Plumbing, Appliances, and Cabinetry, video number 5. To finish out our kitchen, we will work on the countertop portion of the base cabinets here. We will work on a filler piece for the base cabinet filler here. We will also work on our island and import the single sink. So continuing on with the cabinet unit here, we will first need to click on a wall section and cut a section through the kitchen. So once we have our section cut, we will go to the view, and this will be our second section here. So notice now we have an issue with the height of our cabinets. One of our cabinets was imported and was not hosted to the slab, which we placed at -1 earlier in our video. Our align tool will allow us to lower the height, and we can now add the filler for the 2 cabinets. So we'll click on Component and add our base cabinet filler. As happened last time, we will need to be in a plan view, so we'll go back to our first floor view, and we can place the filler piece in accordingly. Always have the cursor on the wall when you are placing the filler. So you'll see the filler piece is here, and it overlaps . Remember, clicking and dragging is not as precise as the align tool, so we need to get zoomed in, and we will use align. And it appears we have our filler piece correct. Same thing happened, it came in high, not a problem. We will align top and top, bottom and bottom, and we are all set. Now remember, we made this a custom piece. If you wanted to use the double door cabinet and make it the custom 27, that's fine. As long as it's the multiple of 3, you're okay. And also in future projects you would have a custom kitchen that you would design, so you may have a whole different series of shelves or cabinets set up with drawers, or it could be an open cabinet. It really just depends on your design. So for right now, if you want to use the double door cabinet here, that's fine, or if you want to leave it with single, not a problem. Next we will add our upper cabinets and our countertop. This is the same piece that we used earlier, so we can click on the countertop and we can copy it and rotate it, or we could have imported a new one, but I'm going to show you the copying now. We can click on copy button, which is right here, and it's a simple click and drag, and there's a copy of the original. And then the rotate command will allow you to click and rotate. Now the degrees that appear will be the rotation degrees, so we want it to be 90. It's always better to be specific, so we can type 90 and that will make it exactly 90 degrees. Alright, so now we can use our align tool and align this countertop to the wall line, and then we can align the edges to the walls. Alright, and we will also drag this piece all the way down and align it to the wall as well. And I'll show you why. We have this backsplash lip on the back edge of the countertop, and before it ended here, but we actually want that piece to continue. Yes, these two are overlapping, but that is not a problem in Revit, because when we do our graphics exporting at the end, you will see that all those joining lines will disappear. Alright, so let me show you what it looks like in a 3D view. This will be a new feature of Revit that you haven't used yet. We can click on this drop-down view, and we can click on a camera view. Now the camera will be exactly what it looks like when you're standing in the space. So you see I have a camera little icon on my mouse. So where I click first will be where I'm standing, and then I pull my camera through the room and click, and now my 3D view appears, and that shows that we have the 3D view of how it would be if we were standing in the space. Alright, we have a few things here I've noticed. The walls are extending above in the ceiling area. So to fix that real quick, we can click on the floor that's above. And what happened was these walls were placed in after the attic floor was in place. So we will click on the edit boundary. In this view, it's okay. Click the green check, and then again that 99 out of 100 times we want the floors to attach. So we're going to attach, and anything that says can't be joined anymore, that's okay. Well, we will just let them remain unjoined. And now we have the ceiling here. This wall was an extra. We edited the profile of this wall, so we may need to reset that profile and reattach. We'll go ahead and do that now. We'll reset, and then we'll go back up and add the extra at the top. Alright, so here's my ceiling connection, here's my walls. We're missing the upper cabinets, so let's go ahead and add those real quick, and then we'll do the island, and we will get moving on to the next part. You could also insert a cabinet above the refrigerator that's 2 feet deep. Your wall cabinets are 1 foot deep so that they're not the same thickness as the base. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to reach back on the countertop. So your upper cabinets are 1 foot deep, your lower cabinets are 2. So you could put a 2 foot cabinet above here if you prefer. That's completely up to you. I'll just leave it blank for now. We're going to go back to first floor, and we're going to quickly put in some of our uppers. The level of detail in Revit allows us to really spend a lot of time in the kitchen making it look exactly right, but it does take a little while. Alright, upper cabinets, let's click on the base cabinet and see our measurement. I believe that was a 30. So we'll go to architecture component, and we'll find the upper cabinet that's 30. Upper 30. Alright, select that. We'll align it correctly real fast. Align, align. Next one is 27, which we created on our own. And the beauty of Revit and how things just work out, the upper has a 27, but the base did not. So we'll use 27, and we will align. We will need the upper filler, and then we have the 24. So we'll put the 24 in first. 24. Place it down, align to this edge. And that's my filler gap component and upper filler. Have my cursor on the wall, and I will align 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Alright, that's set. We'll get on the island real fast. Same deal. We're going to have a dishwasher here, which is not noted on this plan, but we will have a dishwasher here, and a base cabinet. So we'll let's get a base cabinet that is probably in the 40s, would be my guess. Let's try 42. And that's probably a little generous. Well, actually, no, it's a little generous. We'll go 39. Because we want to be centered under the single sink, which we will need another model line for. So for you, as the user without the drawing on your screen, you will know that this distance from base cabinet to base cabinet is 42 inches, 3 feet 6. I'll show you that right now, just so you can see. Yeah, 3 foot 6. That snapped to the countertop. So it's 42 inches. So instead of clicking the base cabinet in first, let's leave that on the side. We will locate the model line button, and we will offset 3 foot 6. And we will physically draw in lines to show this offset. So we'll go all the way down to the base cabinet here and over. And we have our lines here. Now that's going to be a boundary from the base cabinet to the base cabinet. We are a little bit off here, but we'll go ahead and put it on the model line since that's what you have. We're going to use the align tool, use my model line, align model line to base cabinet, and then model line to the edge of the base cabinet. So that's my corner. We will put the sink in the center, and then we'll put the dishwasher in. So let's go ahead and put the dishwasher down. We'll go to component, and we will select the dishwasher. You can also type in, and we'll pick the smallest. It's a small home. No reason to choose the big one. Alright, we can align front to front. It looks pretty close, but we'll make sure it's exact because the details matter. Alright, so now we will add our countertop on top with the sink hole, which we have not done yet for the kitchen. So we're going to click on component, and we'll click on the countertop, counter, and see what we have. We have a vanity countertop, but we do not have the kitchen countertop. Actually, we have the island countertop with sinkhole. That works because we have that scenario. So we don't need to import anything new. We need to place down this big countertop, and then we will shift it to be what we need. First thing we're going to do is find the sink center, which we have. And then here are my two lines for the actual sink itself. It's a little wonky. Got to play with it a little bit. So actually, let's pause this video, and we will pick it up on the next video, and we will complete our kitchen.